Hello and welcome to the Through the Omenpaths / Spider-Man early access event. We have 24 hours to play with some of these new cards before they become public to everyone on Arena next Tuesday. And for this next deck, we're going to do some Reanimator action. Just a silly build around Verilax the Haven Skin. White, and a white for a mythic rare legendary creature symbiote hero. It's a 5/5. When Verilax enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If damage would be dealt to Verilax, prevent that damage and put that many counters, +1 counters on him. So the key thing here is it is a Reanimator card that also is a 5/5 creature with a decent stat, line, right? So instead of having a sorcery or instant or whatever here in place in the 4 or 5 drop slot, we actually have a creature. So worst case scenario, we could obviously zombify into the Verilax just to have a 5/5 blocker to lock things down. And then obviously it gets better if you can Verilax and get one of your big win cons out. But worst case scenario, put it in the yard, reanimate, not so bad. If you discover it into it, then you do cast it, so you would get the trigger. If you zombify it, you are just returning it to the battlefield, so you would not get the extra reanimation trigger. And if you Arden it, you make a token that's a copy of it, so you're not casting it. So again, those things won't get the trigger, but I think just having a Reanimator spell on a creature body that is pretty decent to reanimate by itself is a decent thing to have. So that's it. We have 4 big things plus the Verilax, the Carnosaur are all like really good things to reanimate. I'm going to try out Arden here. I've actually never played this card before. Looks a little janky, but I like that the things come in with lifelink and menace and haste. Seems like it's a decent way to turn around the game. We got lots of mill off the Bailmerk, some discard off Fear of Missing Out and Bitter Triumph, and Tears to draw discard, a couple Valgavoth's Faithful, generally a decent card to get back off the Bailmerk, and a couple torches. That's it. That's the whole bit. We're going to see if we can get some people got in the early access event. Let's see. Reanimator. Every land makes white. So we'll be able to cast it. Hopefully we have a mix of red and black because there are no other white spells in there. I think the build is reasonable. We're going to try it. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be totally fine. It is Shield Maiden. Let's see what she thinks of this. All right, we're on the draw. We have Valgavoth in hand and Torch. Sure. I guess this is fine. I don't know. Let's see what they're doing. Red. Mako. As if I'm not already scarred for life off of that. I guess we might need to torch that immediately, right? So, shock this guy in. Ow. We do have a turn 5 Reanimator, though. We can get back Valgavoth. That would probably wrap up the game, so we'll see if we can live long enough for that. Man, if I don't need to see another Mako in my life, I'll be okay after that tournament. What, 11 games versus Vivi? God damn. Just chill. Just chill for 1 second. Alright, we get to draw a discard. We'll go ahead and zap the Mako once they pick what to discard. It's a cat. It is a kitten. Okay. We zap it up. I guess we'll go tap land. Actually, we cannot. If we want to play the Valgavoth, then we're doing it this way. Which I guess is fine. So now we have to shock in another shock land and light shatter. But then if it works and we keep the Faithful, then we do go right into Valgavoth. And then I don't know if white and red's really gonna be able to deal with that so well. Kitten coming in. No blocks. You got it. Down to 15. Getting spooky. It's another shockland. It's only shocklands all the way down. Okay. I guess we might need more red or black in general. I don't think it really matters too much. Play this guy out. Play the Tirsa. Discard the Valgavoth. And I guess only the Valgavoth. And we need to land. Survey land. I think we'll chill and block. Not rushed here. No kitten sack. But they need to kill the Valgavoth right now. Helping Hand. Return a Fear. Discard. Look for an answer. Discard, draw again, look for another answer. What is that card? Joshua Phoenix Dominant, okay. Helping Hand. This guy, discard again, look for another answer to the Valgavoth. No answer. Alright, we shock again. It's 4 mana, yeah, okay. Do this, get this guy. I think we just hang out still, we're at 11. If they can somehow kill the Valgavoth, then we do want to block her back still, I think. Okay, I guess they discard this card so we can now cast it. Pay life equal to its mana value. I don't know if we slam the Verilax here. Yeah, they're just done. I think you don't. I think you sit and you chill, you cast their spells. I don't know, it depends on what we top deck there. I guess you attack for 9, it's a lot of lifelink. But if you've learned one thing from the tournament series, it's that fear of missing out can do a crap ton of damage if you can get the Delirium. So I don't know, I have to think a little bit more about what to do there next. Hit for 9, lifelink, go up by a bunch. If we only hit land as the next spell, yeah, maybe you just slam the 5/5 and just make him deal with that. It's pretty rough to get through. Maybe that's the play instead. Hit for 9, go up by 9 lifelink, shock in another land, play the Verilax, and just assume they can't deal with the Valgavoth in red and white. If they had to get lost, sack 3 permanents, it's rough. Then maybe we can find more time to find some more reanimation shenanigans or something. Okay, my phone is not with me, so I have no comments to read. So we'll just hang out here and relax a little bit. What else is going on in your guys' life? Are you guys excited for Spider-Man? Are you not? I did 0 research until like yesterday, and let's see what other decks I think would be cool. I thought the green copy deck would be cool. I thought the black aggro deck with Tiny Bones would be cool. I only wrote down Gruul Spiders, and then I saw people playing some Naya stuff, and I was like, oh, actually, yeah, you need Naya. I don't think there's just enough spiders in Gruul to really make it that good. I do think you could build it as like a Rakdos Fling deck, and I never do that in the early access event, because I hate that deck anyway, right? That is just my least favorite deck ever, the Rakdos Fling. I hate that deck. But there is the 1 mana 1/2 spider that scales, and then when it hits 4 power, you get to exile a card off the top and play it, so... it would make a lot of sense to run that with a deck that already wants to run lots of +3 power spells, like maybe Giant Growth in green, and the red that's +3/+0, and if it dies, you get a 2/2. And if you're going to play those pump spells anyway, maybe you play it with the Rakdos Fling. And then whether they block or not, you hopefully get the trigger to deal 4 damage and exile top card and play that out. And then if they don't block, you know, you hit them for 4 or 8 or whatever, and then fling it. So I think that could be good. I also think, yeah, if you can scale up that 1-drop in red, although it's a legendary creature, it's a little bit rough. It's a good wielder of Shelter by Ghosts, and as you saw in my qualification videos, having a red 1-drop or any colored 1-drop that scales is very good with Shelter, especially when opponents are running, you know, Boros Burn. We just run it back. I guess there are not too many people in the arena. They know what the deal is, though. This is fine. Okay, we'll hold Torch here. Alright, we're getting that action going. Cool. Let's get down to Fear, I guess. And just ditch a land, I guess. We kind of need the land. We get to Torch instead at this point, actually. That would be the better play. Save the Carnosaur. Hard cast at 6, or, you know, 3 damage actually does kill them. Fear missing out. It does not kill this 3/4 guy, though. Ditch 2 lands, makes sense. Mako, again, my favorite card. To hit Delirium would be a little bit tough. Okay, Tirsa off the top, not so bad. Okay. Are we being aggressive versus them? Oh, we could. We have good removal. I guess we could. My temptation is just to sit here and chill and do nothing. I mean, they're going to scale that Mako up. It's a 2-2 now. Monument to Endurance. Potentially a lot of pressure as well. Take 5, drop to 15. Another Fear. What does it take to hit Delirium here? I don't think we can, right? Land instant. Actually not so hard to hit Delirium. We need to bin a creature. It's not super tough to do. We could bin the backup Tirsa, I guess. And then, wait, instant land. Actually, it has to be the enchantment. Because we already have instant down there. Okay, interesting. I have 15. I think you go in here. Yeah, I think you go. I think you just get this done. The removal spell's not bad. Might even be better, but we'll do this. If we take the Fear, we don't have Delirium, right? We have land. Oh, we have another enchantment creature down there. Okay, we'll take that. Looks like we're just doing it the old-fashioned way here. Opponent at 7. We're at 13. We have a removal spell in hand. We have a hasty Tirsa if we hit land to go with it. We have a potential little bit of value off the Tirsa if we can attack. If we hit land, we can also Carnosaur maybe the Mako, but it's very likely to scale, right? Alright, Kitten comes down. So you can discard it and make the Mako even bigger. Take 6, I think. Take 9 off the Monument. 12? Actually, they could have lethal here. Yeah, maybe this was a mistake to block. Because they sack the Kitten now, they can get 3 Endurance on their turn. And then also get an extra damage off the Mako. And then if they can discard on our turn as well? I don't know if they can or not. That's kind of the question. So we take 7, we drop to 3, and the question is, can they discard on our turn? It's very possible they can, so maybe we threw that away. Probably should have blocked with the Fear missing out there. Need another Kitten or something, another instant speed discard. Helping Hand, alright, there it is, that is game. Or that. Alright, well then we're going to lose anyway. I think they're going to have it pretty much either way. I guess so. Alright, well we're doing a little best of 3 here with the Shield Maiden, so let's run it back. Let's see if we can get one more going. We'll enter the queue. No reanimation shenanigans that time. One more time. Sugar Heart. Alright, too bad. No best of 3. On the play, 2-lander, no red. I don't really like this hand that much. We need more land, really. We have to draw land every turn for the rest of the game. We have no red to get there off the Fear. That's really the problem here. Yeah, I don't like this that much. We need 2 lands in a row, and then it's great. But, we just have a little bit more land. I think I will keep this one. Put back one of these guys. Still a little dicey. Alright, fast land. Another fast land. Get some milling going. Whiff. Nothing to do. Alright, at least there's a creature down there for Arden. If we can bin the Arden and reanimate the Arden. It's not bad in general. I guess we just bin the art in here. So that's the plan anyway. Okay, not bad. Trying to dig through the deck a little bit. Get towards that reanimation spell. It's the Drunith 1-drop. Alright. Well. Next land. Okay. I think we need the shrine because we need well, that makes that easier. Do you want to block? Probably not. And then I think we'll take the damage here. Pay 3 life. Gotta zap this guy while you can. Could have gotten Delirium if we hit before combat. I did not. Go ahead and check. Instant land, creature, enchantment. Yeah, okay. Five, trample haste. What else we got? Land off the top, not so good. Okay. Not great. Let's see how that top deck game is. That's an interesting include. Another one. Whenever one or +1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature, you put +1 counter on this. I think we take this again. Double block is not productive yet. To 5. Opponent scoops. What the hell? Okay. That's pretty weird. We don't even have the auto mill. Make the 5/5. We have bad blocks still. We can't attack that turn. We can probably have to trade our 5/5 with something else so we can't attack and get the mill. It's fairly weird. Legend. Potentially LVD, but I don't actually know. There's no red. We have the Surveil land, and we're on the draw. This is such a bad keep. I'm gonna effing keep it, man. We're gonna Surveil right into the red source, and we're gonna go turn 2 Fear. Or we're gonna draw into it. Guaranteed. Told you, every time. Every time. Alright, so now we want someone good in the yard. A little discard action, okay. I mean, this card is actually a pretty key part of their setup. We don't even have anyone good to discard just yet. Can we discard instant speed? Maybe not. That's a little bit interesting. Or we can develop our own game plan. I think let's wait. We really want to keep Tirsa, though. So we can ban a Zombify, I guess. We don't need both, right? One should be about enough to win, hopefully. Or land. Knife trick. They do get a little bit of discard value here, which is the cost of developing our plan at the expense of not bitter triumphing them. To the face, we discard again. Wow, Mayhem 2, that's actually really good. So if they can hit land here, they go land, mayhem, get back nothing, but still. It's a cheap 4/3, right? Alright, very nice. Okay. Still lacking something good here. We'll bin one land and maybe a faithful, I guess. Technically, we could get back a fear with that, right? But it feels like we need the Bitter Triumph. Yeah, we could trade with this. If they kill us, we're sad. Yeah, I think you get rid of the faithful here. Nothing. Useless. Okay. If we zombify the nowhere to run back, it's pretty pathetic. Knife Trick, discard this. Can cast it back for 2, give something +2/+0 flying and haste. It's a lot of damage. So now, oh, that's rough. Yeah, down to 8. It's not so good. Well, well, well. We go down to 6. Zombify the Tears to draw discard again. Bitter Triumph one of these guys. I think Zombify Tirsa's the best bet. And try to hit something good. Sadly. Not even sure if we can play the Shocklands. Okay. Not great here. I feel like we're just dead. Attack all. +1 counter makes the Desecrax a very awkward block as well. And trample. So now we're taking 5 damage here. If they can discard one more thing, then we're just dead. And we don't have a way to block the flyer. So we have to kill the flyer with the Bitter Triumph and then also... Oh, we're just dead there. We don't have... Oh yeah, 5/5. Yeah. Take 6. Yep, that's fair. Okay, not a super impressive draw on our side. Games are quick though, one way or another. Corndog Jones Jr. YouTube accomplished alchemist. That's a whole line of text. Looks good to me. Triple Fastland. Double Fastland. I think we'll try this out. Hopefully we don't draw any more Fastlands. This guy's on Bant. Return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. Put this card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, an interesting little ramp tech. Probably not going to use that so much. It is turn 2 Drunith. I think we are just killing this immediately. And we'll just take the 3 life, I think. I like the cards in hand. I don't think I'm waiting for that one. Surveil, let's see if they can have a duplicate. No, could be like a Drowner or something here. I think we can get the Overlord going. Oh my goodness. Counter my triggered ability. Actually, since we're tight on red, we should have done the Fear of Missing Out. That's interesting. I didn't really expect to see that card here. Huh. I guess we can Carnosaur this. Do you think they played Hexproof? They could. Could also Bitter Triumph again, which I'm not super dissatisfied by. Let's try that instead, maybe. I think you can go. Okay. Pay the life again. Not sure if they would run Hexproof, but they already know about the counterspell. Working our way up to 6 lands, we might just hardcast the Carnosaur at this point. A Roboroid. 4 toughness. Alright, that can get back exactly no one. Well, we could attack and trade if they want to. I mean, they probably won't, but they could. Okay, fear, ditch the Valgavoth, look for the next land. Okay. Well, we can always just cycle the Carnosaur and then zombify it, and then we don't have the top deck land here. A little bit waste of a zombify because we're so close just hitting it anyway. Let's see if they play anything worth Carnosauring here. They probably will, right? Oh, a 6 toughness creature. That's brutal. That is interesting. Not great. I'm not sure we hit anything off the Carnosaur that fundamentally changes the game. I guess a Haven Skin can block infinitely, right? A Bailmark could be good. Man, it almost doesn't really feel like we should throw away the Zombify here. A lot of things are straight up whiffs. I mean, it's no blocks for sure. I think we try to top deck the land. Because if you just play the Carnosaur here, there's a pretty decent chance we hit nothing. Okay. Not good. But now we have a backup. We'll take double blocks. Oh, this is pretty bad. Oh god, I hate this card too. This is my other least favorite card. I don't need to see another Riddler or Mako again in my life. Yup. Do your thing. I ain't even mad. Alright, we could actually kill that. I don't know how much that matters, though. What an interesting deck. What do you think Halia is in there for? A creature card from one. Okay. Let's see if they just whiff here. Did not expect that. This one goes on the stack first. Let's see what they get. See who we Carnosaur zap. What does this card do? When it enters, make another creature? That's awful. Sure, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll do one of these anyway, right? Whatever. They get a 2-1. Wow. Alright. Okay. I mean, we have no choice at this point. I don't know what we're going to hit, but we might as well try. Another Zombify. Okay, also not actually very helpful. We have some chump blocks. We shut off Delirium. We have a 5/5 now. Nobody's with Trample yet. Through the Omenpaths, okay. Okay, let's see who comes out this time. I don't even know if Valgavoth can win at this point. I mean, we need an answer to the Ouroboros for sure. And I don't even know how many Bitter Triumphs we have left in the deck. Oh, we have 0 left, so I don't think we can beat in at that anyway. Alright, you can chump block. You can chump block here. And then who else? You can probably We might need the Reanimator. But we have to chump block one more. So none of this is very... None of this is great. Okay, I don't think we... I mean, we cannot win. We cannot win. Even with Valgavoth, there's nothing we have. Even a sweeper wouldn't get through the enchantment, so... It's fine. Fate Weaver coming out. It's interesting. Okay. I think we're good here. Can add someone back to hand. We can get you back, but then there's no one to cast. That's the problem. There's no one to cast. We can get back to Belmark again. Carnosaur into nothing. Who's going to counter my activated ability? I should let him do his thing, right? Just auto pass. No blocks. Never any blocks. Good game, unnecessary. Sick. Okay. That was great. That's good game magic. Oh, we claim our prize. This is also giving me PTSD. We'll go again. We got more time left, I think. At 30-minute mark. Yeah, we'll go again. Roboid unanswered. Very good card. Okay, halfway through the video, how are we feeling? I'm getting tired in general. We got more to do. We got to film, I think, 6 or 7 to get through Tuesday. I think maybe only 6, technically. Technically, I should do as many as I can. You know, these videos do well, better than usual. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 5. 6. Yeah, just 6. If I just do 6, then I technically don't have to do more, but I should, in general, try to do as many as I can. Because there's nothing else worth watching in the next week. So, channel-wise, it's good to produce as much early access content as you can. I still get flamed every month, every set release. If I, like the days leading up to the next set release, I'll get flamed in the comments. Nobody wants to watch this. People only want to see the new cards. And it's like, I don't have access to the new cards. I can't. And then after I make these videos, why would you publish this video? I can't craft this deck yet. Every single set release, I get the same exact set of comments. It's like, you idiots, stop harassing, just leave me alone. Okay, we have some mill. I like that. And we got 3 lands. And if we can discard the Valgavoth, we're also pretty happy about that. I don't know what these non-diamond avatars are. I don't know what's up with that. What if that's like a template? Well, obviously discard the Valgavoth right now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, we're just trying to hit land, right? Doesn't need to be more complicated than that. I'm not anticipating any graveyard hate. You can go. Let's hit 4th land. All right, you're interesting too. That's an aggressive manual tap right there. Okay, return the Boris. It's the Gruul Spider deck. No attacks. Bitter Triumph. Okay. Yeah, it seems like that's actually what we want to do here. And we'll just discard the Arden. Again, do you think they've had hexproof? I don't know, so we're just going to do this now. Because, it's pretty bad if that thing lives. It hits a lot. It's for a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't even think we need to attack. I think we just hang out. We do need 1 more land. 26 lands. We will get Arden, I think. Is that worth it? Should we just get the Valgavoth? Make a 5/5 copy of Valgavoth. Is that good? Maybe just get Valgavoth instead, right? It's a 9/9. We might need the 9/9. Okay, this turns the elf into a 4/4, which is pretty cool. We do hit the land. I think we just get the Valgoth here. Oh, 5/5? What are they gonna do out of this? Just get the 9/9. No tax. That's fine. If you want to scoop, it's fine. Well, we'd like to see the turn 5 Reanimator come through. Or at least showcase a little bit how it can stitch together the deck. Just having a creature to reanimate that also reanimates, I think is a good premise in general for deck consistency. So far, we haven't been uber punished too much for the mana base, which is weird. We could probably throw in some starting towns. I think that would make sense. Just to reduce the number of hands where we only have black or only have red. I think probably should throw in 4 starting towns. Take out for a combination of the 4 other fast lands. I think that makes sense. The shock lands are painful though. I'll tell you, the shock lands are very painful. But I don't think you can get away with too many fast lands. Whew. Sit in the queue. Technically, I don't need my phone to read comments. I can actually just pull up the YouTube thing here. Someone has an interesting comment. Principio Equivalencia says, Agatha's Soul Cauldron can be used to get creatures from any graveyard. What VV players are people who overestimate VV don't realize that you can have a deck without VV and only the Cauldron and still do the same if opponent has VV. So always have Cauldron in the side deck. It's an interesting point, but I'm not sure it's actually correct, because in order to take advantage of VV, you can make lots of mana. But then you need things to spend all the mana on. We're on the draw with Baelmerk. And no black. And no third land. Nah, I don't think I keep this. Okay. Cool. Looks better. Put away the torch, I think. Keep the other bits. It's an elf on 1 again. It's that elf life. Comes in on black. Sure. So yeah, even if I had Agatha's Soul Cauldron in my, you know, red anti-VV deck, and I stole the VV, like it does keep it out of the graveyard, but then you could run a Ghost Vacuum too, right? If you, it would be a 1-mana cheaper graveyard hate that doesn't impact the battlefield. More reanimation stuff, okay. Looking for land. This doesn't help right now. It's not our most pressing need. But yeah, if you're just looking for graveyard hate, you can just run Ghost Vacuum. But VV, I mean, we just don't have infinite ways to spend the mana, really. We have no draw engines. Unless you get lucky and hit a Tirsa. You can draw a discard, do some more stuff. That could be big. But it's not the exact same thing for sure. Okay, I think we're basically killing Surak here. And they already have 1 open, so we might as well wait. And then I potentially can shock in the land and get back the Carnosaur and see if that does anything. I think we do go for this. Technically, they could have a fight spell, and then you'd actually want the Carnosaur, but I think I'm down to go for this. Try to keep our life total a little healthier. Draw the card first. Maybe Hexproof. Feel like Hexproof? We only care if they have a fight spell. Hexproof is annoying, but survivable. Secret Identity. 1 mana. Make it a 3/4? Okay. Alright. Shock. Reanimate. Carnosaur. Hope to hit something nice. This guy. Sure. Just a random thing. It was cast, but there's nobody else. Oh, there is the Valgavoth, actually. So we'll get back to Valgavoth here. That is actually very good. Cool. So now we can go like Light Shatter, bend the Valgavoth, and then Valgavoth, get back to Valgavoth. That's a pretty big hit. They also can't attack because damage would be dealt to Verilax. Prevent that damage and put that many +1 counters. So they're looking for like a Flood Pits, tap them down, then shuffle them back in or something. Mockingbird, copy our Verilax. There's no creatures down there though, but they do have a 5/5 flyer, which is actually quite an issue clockwise. Next land. Yeah, so we're gonna Tirsa, I guess, the Valgavoth away and get it back next turn. This guy's legend. Okay. I think we have to keep this other one in hand, though, just in case. So I think we bend these two. Or at least this one. Pretty close to casting the other one. Yeah, I think just this one here. Probably a mistake there. Okay, no point in attacking into this thing. Damage will be dealt to Verilax. Prevent that damage and put that many +1 counters on him. So, I don't even know if we get the lifelink off the Valgavoth. If you prevent the damage, we do 0 damage with Valgavoth. So we need a Bitter Triumph. So maybe we should have discarded the Carnosaur and just look for a Bitter Triumph. So the first time we block the Verilax, I think we're going to lose this game. I think we actually need to dig for Bitter Triumph. We're up to 6. Even if they kill the Faithful, we have a way to get back our 9/9, but I don't think it's going to work that well. Also, this card's a pain in the ass, because now they can make a 6/6 flyer as well. Huh. If they tap to attack, though, we still get to attack on the way back. We're going to get 9 +1 counters. I mean, otherwise we can try to Carnosaur, right? But this guarantees us one more turn, right? So I think we're still looking at this. Not really sure what else to do. Block here or the Imago if we have to. If they have a land, we just lose, right? If they don't have a land, we take 3 in the air. I think you want to put it in a position where hopefully we could win next turn if they don't hit land. It's a little bit risky, but I don't know how we're going to win unless we get really lucky in hitting Bitter Triumph. And if they hit land, they make the Imago a 6/6, then I think we're just done. I guess we'll still get the lifelink. Actually, then we would block the Imago and get the 6 lifelink. They have another Mockingbird, so they can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total mana. It's a 9, whatever. Obviously, targeting it would cost the sack 3. 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Not a land, though, I guess. We should have held back one more blocker, because if we're forced to block the Veralax... I can bounce this thing. Yeah, we'll see. They copied the Light Shadow, they have another creature with haste, which is interesting. That would actually do it, I think. No, we still get the 9 lifelink. Never mind. I think they can only attack with the Veralax this turn. Let's see where they go. They do get the hasty creature. They can do the draw discard. They can look for one more land. They keep it in hand, though. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. They attack with everything. Okay. So you can block here and get lifelink, and then you can chump block. These things all have flying? Is that what just happened? I don't really understand what just happened. Why do they all have flying? Everyone except... this one doesn't have flying? Is this one a Mockingbird too? We go up to 1? This is so weird. We just swing for lethal here. I don't really know what just happened. Why did the... that gave one of them flying. Oh, I guess the others just Mockingbirds. Okay, okay. Felt like they all got flying at once, but no, I guess everything else just naturally had flying. So if they had waited... not sure if that would have been any better or not. Alright, we got like one more game with this deck. Pretty... it's just reanimation decks are always iffy. I don't think they're that good in best of one standard right now. It's a little too slow. How's the best Reanimator deck doing? 4-color Omniscience. That one's cheating off the Kona. 5-color Reanimator, 53% win rates. Kind of towards the bottom of the B tier. And it's basically just this deck. But instead of the 5-drop that I'm playing now... what are they even playing differently? They're playing more... they're playing Rakdos Joins Up. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a reasonable include to run this over Rakdos Joins Up. Mana base is weird. But you just always have a target to reanimate. Can always get back a 5/5, potentially. Yeah, pretty good card. Okay. I'm looking for this last game of this deck, and then we can move on. This one was okay. It's Cornjog Jones again. I don't even remember what they were. Some Simic-y thing. We have no red. We can Bitter Triumph away the Carnosaur though. And Zombify, so I guess it's worth keeping. Comes in on black. I've already forgotten what this guy was. Hopefully we remember soon. I want to say there was an Aeroboroid involved though. But maybe that's not so novel a thing to say. Okay, let's see if we can hit something more interesting. Yeah, I'll take a Tears back. We don't have any red though, it's kind of an issue. But I don't think we need another Faithful, right? I guess you could use the Faithful. If we never hit red, that's kind of interesting. Okay, sure. It's weird, but we actually have no red, so... this would let us get back at Tirsa and maybe dig ourselves some more gas. Okay. I think we will shock this in to hold open the Bitter Triumph in case we need it here. Ah, it is a Drunith deck. We cannot stop this first copy. They move to attackers. I mean, we'll go for this then. We'll discard a card. No stick. All right. No land off the top, though. Okay, let's get in there. To 16. Bailmark moving along. Shock in the 4th land. Is it a Roboroid time again? I feel like this was in a Roboroid deck. I feel like that's how we lost. Oh, was this the sick? This was the toughness creature deck. The turtles and the Roboroids. I don't know if they have any removal spells though. And then the weird convoke thing too. All right, we hit the next land. So, oh, they can activate. What is that counter spell? Ah, shit. What is that counter spell called? MTG. What's this thing called? Through the Omenpaths counter spell. I think they played that. I think they countered our like activated ability or whatever, right? But can it counter sorceries? I don't remember. Hold on. Instant sorcery spell or triggered ability. Okay. Well, whatever. I guess we'll go ahead and try this. We could technically attack first, but I think they're going to counter this. Oh, activated. Yeah, not triggered ability. All right, maybe that's the way through. I guess they can counter this one, though. Okay, fine. No attacks to cast Savage Drowner. I don't want to trade that off. They're going to counter this one, too? No, that's a waste. This was the card I was thinking of, though. They are going to counter that. That seems like a waste. I feel like... No, no. You do not get to cook. Stop. What does this card do? Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 whatever. Alright, so now we can go get back Tirsa, I guess, but we don't really even want that yet. We can zombify Tirsa, sack the land, maybe. Okay. Get him. To 7. No cooking. I will not let you cook. Kona. Oh no. Can you tap this thing? I don't think so, right? Is there anyone else good down here? I think we're just killing the thing and making them block. No. So if we do this and he blocks here and like if he blocks here and here he loses. Can you get out of this? If you block here and you block here, you still die. If you block here, you block 5 damage and then trade off the Valkavoth? Oh, that's worth it. Let's use this one. Okay, drop to 1. Maybe throw them all in there. We're at 7 off the Light Shatter. So we could cast back someone for free, although we don't have a lot of gas. Okay. No cooking done. Alright, we'll wrap it up with this deck. Yeah, it was fine. 5 mana is always a lot for a Reanimator spell, so maybe it's not worth it, but I like the idea. Maybe it doesn't have to be all 4 copies, maybe just a couple. But in general, it makes sense. So I don't know if we need a whole lot of deck wrap up here. I think we'll just call it. I'm starting to get tired. We'll see if I do some more tonight or if we just go to the next one. But yeah, we'll just call it here. Have a great day, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.